Hello, friends, and thank you for joining us for Botched Situation, an internet game show and hangout session. As you know, I am Jake, your genetically disadvantaged friend.
And I'm Chris, your plastic pal who's fun to be with.
We are your co hosts and competitors, and we still don't know what we're doing.
So, welcome to Season 0, Episode 12. As always, we will be battling it out in a series of competitive segments that we have created, all for the coveted title of Not the Screw Up.
A word of warning to our audience: there is a possibility that this show may contain some mature content, so watch out for any children that are around.
And, due to the nature of the games we play and material we cover, spoilers for various properties are always a risk, so watch out for any pop culture aficionados around.
So, needless to say, prepare yourselves for glory.
I'm on the edge of glory.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, what's
How
happening,
you
Chris?
doing, Jake? Oh, not much is happening. Nothing's happening at all. At all.
Nothing at all.
I'm sure all of our dedicated diehard followers noticed that we took a week off last week.
There was mass weeping and crying when we weren't there last week. So,
Yeah, but that's why we do it, just to make you hungry for it again. All right.
hungry for
No.
more.
Yeah, we took off some time just to put a little bit more work into the show and to give everyone a chance to give American political events their full attention.
I think most Americans would all agree that we regret doing that if we did do that. So, I just want to point out for those of you that are watching this live, if you look at our main screen here, Chris is above me and our logo is to the left. You will now see that the colors are ever so slightly moving from right to left, and all credit to Sir Chris for animating and designing the entire layout of our background here. I'm really excited. I think the colors are super amazing. So thank you, Chris. Huge shout out. Golf
I'm
clap.
glad you like it. Yeah, I think it's all fancy and fun.
Yeah,
Gives it a little more character, right?
for sure.
Right? Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
I think I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready if you're ready. So, for those of you who are new, this is a game show. We're going to be competing. We've got a series of 5 segments here, 5 little games that we're going to play, and crown a winner, a not the screw up at the end. And our first segment is an oldie but a goodie. It's been in most of our episodes so far. It is Quizzard's First Rule, which is our curated trivia game. We've each got a series of 5 questions to ask each other. Multiple choice, 1 point apiece, and winner is whoever has the most points at the end. They will score 1 point total for the segment to be applied to the winning total.
We encourage all of you to try to answer these questions in real time with us, by the way.
Please do. Please do. Shout out. Throw your answers out there. It's not going to mess us up, because everything we do is messed up anyways.
I mean, I am a mess up, so it works. Chris, remind me. I can't remember. I know we're on episode 12, but what is the official score on overall episodes? I honestly don't remember for season 0.
Oh, you think I remember?
For
season 0, we're on 12, and we've had 1 official tie. So out of 11, I
don't think we moved to the formal game show format immediately.
Yeah.
I think there was 3 or 4 episodes without it, so.
I want to say it's something like 5-3.
Something like that?
Around there.
Okay.
Yeah. There we are.
I like putting you on the spot with the difficult questions, Chris.
That's all right.
It's because all the questions I ask you in the segments are too easy.
Yeah. I've got no shame in admitting that I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
So, if we're ready to go, this Quizzard's First Rule, our theme for this week is technology innovations.
Oh.
And as always, our themes are loose-fitting at best. So,
y'all are going to learn something today with technology.
Well, Yeah, you'll learn something. If anything that we say is incorrect, don't yell at us. This is cursory Google searches. We are not researchers.
Speak for yourself.
Well, okay, I am speaking for myself. I'm not a researcher. Maybe Jake is. It could be. So, Jake, you ready for your first question?
I am. Let's go. Hit me.
Okay. So the first solar panel was invented in 1941. When was the photovoltaic effect, which is the ability to turn sunlight into an electric current, which is what makes solar panels work? When was it discovered by Alexander Edmond Becquerel?
Becquerel.
Yes. Was this in 1839, 1922, 1940, or 1241?
He's got a very nice name.
It's nice, right?
Photovoltaic effect.
Mhm.
It's like the human version of photosynthesis. I like it. Okay. I'm assuming this requires electricity, right?
It creates electricity.
I see. But electricity would have had to have been discovered to know that it creates electricity.
This is true. Yeah.
And based on that, I'm pretty sure the answer is 1940 because I don't remember when electricity was figured out, but 1241, no. 1839 seems a little old. I don't know. I'm going with my gut. 1940.
Nope.
Dang it.
Nope. Swing and a miss on the first one. It was 1839. They actually knew the process that makes solar panels work.
That's
102
so long
years
ago.
before they made a solar panel. So that's interesting, right?
I wonder what the application of that was.
I think there were ways to generate power. They just weren't as effective as an actual solar panel.
Makes sense.
Question number 2. Quantum computing requires insanely cold temperatures to operate properly because the subatomic particles have to be kept as close to stationary as possible in order to be measured. So how cold are the cores of D-Wave quantum computers kept? I know you know all about quantum computing. These temperatures are in Kelvin, which for you or for anyone listening who's not familiar with this super foreign concept, Kelvin is just Celsius, but 0 Kelvin is absolute zero instead of freezing point of water. So it starts from a complete lack of energy. So, are they kept at 16.6 degrees Kelvin, 0.02 degrees Kelvin, 7.11 degrees Kelvin, or 273 degrees Kelvin?
I have absolutely no idea at all. Literally not even the remotest idea. I like the idea of 7.11 because it sounds like 7-Eleven, the gas station. You did say insanely cold temperatures.
I said insanely cold. Like everyone who's ever worked on a quantum computer has gone mad. It is
right.
That cold enough.
And we just established that Kelvin is absolute zero.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with the coldest temperature based on the description. So 0.02 Kelvin to keep the core of the D-Wave quantum computers kept.
You are correct.
All
0.02 degrees. That is colder than interstellar space, which is 3 degrees Kelvin, I think I read.
My goodness.
So, keep it colder than space, son. Question
Kinda like
number
my
3.
heart.
Ooh, that's cold. How long did it take the Falcon 9, the world's first reusable orbital class rocket, to reach the International Space Station? This is recent news, so you better get it.
Mm-hmm.
Was it A, 12 hours, B, 48 hours, C, 2 hours, or D, 24 hours?
Okay. I think I actually just know this one. I'm almost positive. Now I'm doubting myself. I'm almost positive it was 2 days. I could have swore someone said, "We'll see you in 2 days." That's what I'm going to go with. 48 hours. Nope. 24.
Nope. It was 24 hours. It was 1 day.
Dang it. Well, I obviously didn't know it, even if I thought I knew it.
took them a few hours to get up into orbit, and then just
Straight
a
shot.
long time nudging their way up. All right, question number 4. The ENIAC, the ENIAC, which stands for the Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer, was the first physics engine. It was completed in 1945. And what was it designed to simulate and compute? Was it artillery firing tables, architectural fault points, Air Force flight paths, or ragdoll physics?
Clearly ragdoll physics. I'm gonna lean towards military because back in those days, a lot of stuff was driven by military developments. Artillery firing tables or Air Force flight paths. It's got to be Air Force flight paths. That's my best guess. Artillery firing tables? Maybe. I don't know. Air Force.
Air Force?
Yep.
Nope. I'm sorry. I think I made these too hard this time around.
I've had no idea on every single one so far.
If it helps, I didn't know any of this either. This is not from me. This is just looking up interesting things. Nope, it was artillery firing tables.
Got it.
Trajectories of missiles and stuff, although it was apparently immediately repurposed for designing the first hydrogen bombs. So
okay, so at least my gut was right in that it was being driven by military thinking.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because that's all they did in 1945.
All right, well, last question. What was the first dedicated GPU, that's graphical processing unit,
yes,
to hit the market in 1999? Was it the AMD Radeon 420, the Intel Zip Shader 9900, the Aperture Core 7, or the NVIDIA GeForce 256?
Yet again, I think I know it, which probably means I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive it's the Intel Zip Shader 9900. It's wrong?
It's wrong.
I didn't think NVIDIA was doing stuff back then.
Yep, they were the first ones.
Really?
First ones
before
to the market,
Intel.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Intel's ever made a GPU.
Well, I guess it's not. Well, it's because it's dedicated. That's what I was thinking about. I wasn't thinking about dedicated. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Well, 1 out of 4.
All right.
Yeah.
1 out of 5, sir.
Or 1 out of 5, yeah.
Okay. Your questions are significantly easier. So
I'm sorry.
Here is your first technology innovations question.
Okay.
What was the first video game available on a mobile phone?
On a mobile phone. Okay.
Frogger, Pac-Man, Pong, or Tetris?
Frogger, Pac-Man, Pong, or Tetris? Oh. Well, I'm thinking back to my first old flip phones. I never played Frogger and I never played Pong, but I did play Pac-Man and Tetris. And I played Tetris on a graphing calculator as well.
Me too. TI-80, whatever.
So I'm thinking Pong would probably be easier to make, but there would be no interest in it. I'm guessing it was probably Tetris.
That is correct. Very good. Very, very good. Okay. Question number 2. What was the name of the chess-playing computer that made history when it defeated world champion Garry Kasparov in 1996? And this was, just for clarification, this was like a big deal when it happened because, there's no one better than the human mind. So is it A, Deep Thought, B, Deep Blue, C, Deep Penetration, or D, Deep AI? All I can say is J times 2 prefers Deep Penetration.
I'm sure he does. Oh. Well, I do know this one.
Okay.
It is Deep Blue, B, predecessor to Deep Thought, which designed the planet Earth. So, chronologically speaking, not the predecessor. But yeah, B, Deep Blue.
That is correct. JJ says the mispronunciation of Kasparov hurts me. I'm sorry, JJ. I'm not an intelligent person. How do you pronounce it appropriately?
Would it be Kasparov? That sounds more Russian.
I just, when I see that, I just think Kaspersky. Well, feel free to correct me or let me know the proper way to enunciate it. Oh, Chris got it. What was it again, Chris?
Kasparov?
Kasparov. What did I say?
Kasparov.
Kasparov.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
It's just the emphasis, yeah.
Question number 3. The internet browser Firefox's logo is what animal? A firefox, B, an elephant, C, a red panda, or D, a frog?
Oh god, how I wish Firefox had an elephant for the logo. That would be so delightfully incongruous. It's a fox. It is a sweet little red fox wrapped around a big old purple circle.
That is incorrect. It is actually a red panda.
Is it?
It is. It is a red panda.
Oh, so Firefox is a bunch of trolls, is what you're saying.
That's exactly what they are. Literally a bunch of trolls. Yeah,
it's a red panda. We just made a red panda look like a fox and then called ourselves Firefox.
That's literally exactly what happened. Trick question.
All right, I'll take your word for it. Oof. Oof.
Okay. Question number 4. The printing press is considered one of the greatest advancements in technology due to the rapid spread of knowledge. The little bit of research that I did do, I read a bunch of articles about like people selecting the greatest inventions and innovations of mankind. And a lot of people said the printing press because that's how, before the internet, that's how they started writing and knowledge spread so much faster than it did prior to that. So the question is, what was the first book printed on the printing press? Is it A, the Bible, B, Gone with the Wind, C, The Hobbit, or D, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
The first one on the printing press? I'm thinking it was A, the Bible. I'm pretty confident.
That is correct. The number 1 selling book in the world to date, by the way.
I imagine.
Okay. Question number 5. You are 3 of 4 so far. Okay. This is a fun one. Where did the name Bluetooth come from? Did it come from an ancient shark tooth found on the coast of North Carolina? Did it come from a Viking king who ruled Denmark and Norway? Did it come from a group of chefs obsessed with paring knives? Or did it come from a medieval king who ruled over parts of West Russia and was known for his missing tooth? You like that one? I'm full of jokes. I'm full of jokes, man.
Oh, that's good.
Paring knives.
Yep. I always have trouble getting my knives into pairing mode. I believe this. I'm not positive. It was definitely one of the kings. I remember it was one of the kings, and I feel like it was something about a Viking with like a symbol on his shield. I think that's like where the Bluetooth symbol came from. I think I remember reading that. Maybe. I'm going to say B, the Viking King.
That is correct. It's actually, if just for those of you that are curious, it's a little bit debated on where it comes from. But that the particular Viking king was known for having a rotting tooth, and it was a bluish color. And that's why they called him Bluetooth. And then when they developed the technology Bluetooth, they decided to name it after him for whatever reason. So just kind of a cool random little fact. And he was the ruler over Denmark and Norway for quite some time. I'd have to look up those dates again.
Well, heck, if they want to name it after a guy with rotting teeth, they should have named it Chris. Chris Waves.
Chris Tooth. I like it.
All right. Well, hey, that was fun. I'm sorry that my questions were so obnoxiously obscure, but it worked out for me because I took that round. That is 1 point.
Very well done, sir.
For me.
Marking it down. 1 for Chris.
Well, we got 4 segments to go. It is not over yet. So, you want to move on to the next one?
Yes. Let's move on. We're going to do something that we've done before, but we're changing it up. I don't know that we have an official title for this segment other than, I guess we could call it the Would You Rather sort of type kind of segment. What we're going to do is essentially play a Would You Rather game. But what's going to happen is the other person is going to try to guess what the other person would rather do. There's actually going to be a second part. They're also going to guess what the general population chose when faced with the same question. So there's going to be 2 points to each question. We're going to have 5 each. And just due to the nature of this, we're going to have pretty much unlimited skips if we feel like a question is they're all going to be kind of stupid, but it's kind of just goofy and for fun. So this is our version of Would You Rather, where you have to guess what the other person would choose. So Chris, I'm going to start by asking you what you would think I would choose. Okay? And we'll go through 5.
All right.
Okay, let me pull this up. And are you ready?
I am ready.
So your first question is, do you think Jake would rather live until 80 in poverty or live until 40 in riches?
Do I think you would rather live until 80 in poverty or 40 in riches? Oh. Huh. I really... Do I think Jake? I think Jake appreciates more about life than wealth and would want to live a long, full life of poverty.
Okay. And then what do you think the general population picked?
I'm going to guess the general population picked the money.
All right. You are correct on both. Very good. Just for anyone that's curious, I definitely agree with you. I think poverty is a very broad term, but I think there's a lot of meaning in life outside of just money. There are, out of the almost 2 million people that have answered this, 593,000 selected 80 until poverty. 1.2 million selected the live until 40. Okay. Right. Question number 2. Do you think Jake would rather stand on red hot burning coals for 30 seconds without moving or shut his hand in a waffle iron for 2 minutes?
Okay, so this is a The Office question. I don't know if this is really like something about Jake's personality so much as I feel like just less damage ultimately would be done in a waffle iron for 2 minutes. So I'm going to say both you and probably the general public chose the waffle iron.
You're actually wrong on both.
Okay, well.
Let me give you a quick rationalization. I'm a drummer. I protect my hands above all else.
That's fair.
And I know I'm a drum set player, so I still need my feet, but I can hit a kick pedal with nubs. It's really hard to play drumsticks or use drumsticks with nubs. And the general population picked stand on red hot burning coal for 30 seconds without moving. 1.2 million selected that, and 243,000 selected waffle iron.
Wow, that was a tough one. Overwhelming discrepancy. I definitely would just clamp my left hand in that waffle iron because I feel like 30 seconds on red hot coals, you'd never walk again. But
I think there's also these types of questions are very open-ended, right? So like my first thought is it doesn't say that you can't have shoes on.
Well, it also doesn't say that you can't have a heat-resistant glove on.
That's true. Okay. Question number 3. This is a goofy one. I like this. Chris, would Jake rather be allergic to babies or be allergic to elderly people?
Oh, I would guess allergic to elderly people.
For me or for the general population?
For both.
Okay. I promise you I'm not making this up. You're wrong on both. Let me give you my rationalization. So the reason why I would rather be allergic to babies is the first thing that pops into mind for me is babies don't remember when they're babies. And so they wouldn't be sad that I wasn't there and I could just meet them when they grew up. Whereas elderly people are getting close to end of life. That's when I want to spend time with them. That's when I want to try to enrich their lives as much as possible, because they're not going to be around much longer. Whereas a baby's got their whole life. At least that's my initial 30-second view. And then the general population, actually 70% said elderly people, 30% said babies. And it was 1 million for the elderly and 434,000 for babies.
Well, I think maybe I am just heartless or stupid.
No, I think just real quick, I just now noticed, sorry for the delay, JJ. JJ said the foot has significantly less nerves and more padding than the hand. I didn't know that, but I guess that makes a lot of sense. I don't know. My feet are really sensitive, so I don't know.
So are mine, honestly.
Yeah, but that's a really good point because I think like your heel's got a ton of skin and stuff on it. Okay, we'll move to question number 4. Sorry, I feel like I'm going too slow. Would Jake rather star in a cartoon movie or in a live action movie?
So
That's
I
tough.
guess that would mean voice work versus full acting.
Yes.
Is how I'm interpreting that.
Mm-hmm.
That is challenging. I'm going to say live action for the general public. I feel like that was probably more popular. You get more exposure.
Okay. And what do you think I would
For
choose?
You though? I don't know. You are an audio guy. I think you might appreciate being able to devote all your attention and performance to a vocal performance more than a live action performance. I'm going to say you'd rather star in an animated film.
You are correct on both for those exact reasons. It's weird. I feel like some of the most influential cinema for me has been cartoons or animated. Just I guess I'm a little kid on the inside sometimes, it's just, and for those exact reasons too. I mean, of course you've got the animation, but the voice acting has to be so on point. As for the general population, you are correct. 73%, a little over 1 million said live action, 379,000 said cartoon movie. I go against the grain. Very good, Chris. Okay. So your final question, I'm skipping this cause that's a dumb question. Okay, here we go. This is ridiculous. Would Jake rather get stung repeatedly by a Japanese hornet or be bitten once by a black widow spider? Yeah, that's such a dumb question. Do you want me to skip that one?
Well, wait, is it stung repeatedly or
repeatedly? Yeah.
So that's a little vague. By a Japanese hornet, are Japanese hornets?
Do you want me to just skip this one?
Hornet?
This is kind of stupid.
Sure.
Let's skip that one. Okay. Okay. I like how ridiculous these are. Would Jake rather have a massive head compared to his body or always have a bowl cut?
Well, I feel like this is a fairly easy decision.
Okay.
For me, which means nothing apparently.
Okay.
I feel like it makes more sense to be able to still be your beautiful self, but just with more face to share than to be condemned to a bowl cut forever. I think huge head for both.
Okay, so you think I would pick huge head, and you think the general population would pick huge head?
Yes.
That is incorrect on both.
You're all wrong. You're all
well
objectively wrong.
It said massive head, so I'm kind of thinking like cartoony large. Let me give you a quick rationalization. First of all, Chris, I want you to know I don't think you're entirely wrong. Because if we're talking about moderately large head, I agree with you. But like massive head, because look, if I had a permanent bowl cut, you don't not have a massive head, Chris. I would change my name to Friar, and make my friends call me Friar Tuck, just because then I have a bowl cut.
That's a tonsure, not a bowl cut.
It doesn't matter. Or I would just become some sort of monk permanently because of it. And I also feel like there might be health implications to a massive head. You might have a bad neck, that kind of thing. So the general population, 62% said the bowl cut, 38% said the massive head. Okay, Chris.
Oh, geez.
You, my friend, got let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I do 6 instead of 5?
I think it was only 5.
That's
right.
right.
I got 2 of the 5, both correct.
I must have wrote it down incorrectly then. Okay. For some reason I had 6, but I think I think I skipped over 1. But basically, I know you got 2 of them 100% right. So regardless, it's 4 points. 4 points. So we'll just say 4 out of 10.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe not the strongest showing, but we're doing a new
thing. Yeah.
New remix on this, so we'll see.
Maybe
that was good. I don't know.
This is fun. I like this. Okay. I gotta hone in on my inner Chris thinking.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So your first question: would you rather constantly have a 40-pound weight on your shoulders,
kind of like a massive head,
or constantly have 10-pound weights on each of your feet?
Okay, so which would Chris rather have?
Yes, which would Chris rather have?
It was 40 and 10 on each, right?
40 on shoulders and 10 on each of your feet, yes.
I guess it really depends on where on the shoulders, right? Because like if it's a backpack, it wouldn't be 40-pound backpack wouldn't be too bad. But if it's just like a dumbbell on one shoulder, that would be really painful. Boy, I feel like for you, I'm leaning towards feet. And the reason I'm leaning towards feet is if my memory serves me right, you have really strong thighs, which would carry that weight no problem. And I feel like knowing you and knowing your brothers, all of you are just really capable of building muscle really fast. So I feel like I'm going to go with feet because you would adapt to it. And then general population, I'm going to say, and I'm not being sexist. I'm thinking of women. I'm thinking of children, all the different people that might, I feel like if it was just men, they might pick the back. But if you include everyone else, I think they're going to pick legs because you can sit and alleviate that. Where if it's on your back, you can only lay down. So both 10 pound or the weights on your feet.
For both?
Yep.
You are correct on both. Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, I actually used to wear 15-pound ankle weights all day at work, so 10 pounds would not be that big a deal.
That explains why you have such massively strong legs.
Yeah. So, hey, there's 2 points. Strong
Very
start.
good. Very good.
What do we got? Okay, that one's dumb. All right. Would I and the general public rather be stuck on the moon or be stuck at the bottom of the ocean?
I mean,
I'm going to assume that means you can survive.
So I was going to say both you're dead. Okay. Interesting question. I know Which would Chris rather be?
Mm-hmm.
I think I know you're into space. I know you're interested in space. However, you're also a very intelligent, knowledgeable man, and there's not a whole lot happening on the moon. So my gut reaction is you'd pick the bottom of the ocean. But see, here's the thing, right? On the bottom of the ocean, it's pitch black, but you could walk to somewhere that it's not pitch black. So there's things to I mean, if you're not drowning, I'm going to assume you're invincible from sharks and stuff too. So I think for you, it would be the ocean. And for what it's worth, I think the general population would pick the same, just because the general thought is, the ocean is this beautiful area of wonder, and the moon, although is very inspiring and unique and interesting, isn't as full of wonder as the ocean. Yes, and JJ called it out. Great reference to BioShock. Who knows, maybe Rapture, a giant city, is at the bottom of the ocean, or Atlantis. I completely agree. So ocean for both.
Well, sorry, that one, that's a miss on both.
Dang it. What were the percentages?
68% of people would rather be stuck on the moon.
What are they going to do on the moon? Stare at rocks?
I don't know. Stare at stars and planets and the earth and stuff.
You know what? I didn't take into account the low gravity. You could bounce around. That'd be pretty fun.
Exactly. Yeah, that was my thought. I would rather be able to bounce around versus the crushing pressure of the ocean. Yeah. And I assume being stuck at the bottom means you can't get out. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I would rather be stuck on the moon.
Okay.
Okay, your next question. Well, let's dial it back more into the realm of reality. Would you rather never have to go shopping for groceries again, or never have to do laundry again? And by would you, I mean would I?
we should say it like that rather than would Chris rather. By you, I mean me. Never go shopping or never do laundry. Okay. For Chris, I'm going to make an educated guess. So for you, you are a man of many talents, and one of those talents includes being very good at cooking. So I'm pretty sure you don't mind going shopping. I know I don't mind going shopping because I like food, and I don't know, it's like a craft, right? And you are a man of many talents. And I'm sure you can do laundry, but laundry is not nearly as interesting as like food planning. So I'm definitely going to say you would rather not have to do laundry the rest of your life. And based on that same general assumption, I'm going to say the same thing for the general population. So both for would rather not do laundry.
Right on both counts.
That one, I think that one was a little on the easier side.
A little bit, maybe. Yeah, 68% of people would rather never do laundry. And for exactly that reason. Laundry's a pain in the butt. It hurts my back. And I enjoy grocery shopping.
And I mean, how many people actually separate their laundry out by colors? It's just,
I don't.
Yeah, neither do I. That's what I'm saying. I do like, underwear and socks and, Anyways, sorry. I digress.
All right. Ooh. This one's a little bit more challenging, at least for me. I'm going to have to give it a little thought. This is our fourth one, right?
Yes, this is number 4.
Would I rather get a free appetizer with every meal or get a free dessert with every meal?
Okay. For me, without question, no chance appetizer every single time, because I don't have a big sweet tooth, but I know you do. You like your sweets and your sugary beverages, and we talked about this in a previous episode. You love limited edition items, and desserts tend to be more limited edition than an appetizer. So try our seasonal strawberry rhubarb pie. It's only around. So oh boy. But on the other hand, I know you do like your appetizers as well, your dips and your chips and your spinach artichoke dips. Boy. Okay, general population, appetizers. Final answer. For Chris, you know what, Chris? I really think you would rather have desserts. Just predicting what I know about you, um, you really appreciate the finer things in life, and you always appreciate those delicious special treats. So that's what I'm going to go with. General population, appetizer, Chris, desserts.
Such a positive and complimentary way of saying future diabetes sufferer. You got me.
Okay.
I think I would prefer a free dessert, although more because I would rather pay $8 for a plate of potato skins than $8 for a slice of cheesecake.
Good point. Good point.
But the general population agrees with me. They also prefer
so I only got
a free
one.
dessert.
Okay.
62% of the
Wow.
1.4 million people who answered.
I think I'm just weird. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like any any peanut butter chocolate you can throw at me, but man, I'll take a mozzarella stick every day of the week over something sweet.
All right. Final question. You've already taken the round by 1 point so far. But would I rather? This one's harder. This one's more somber. So put on your serious pants.
Okay.
Would I rather prevent 9/11, the terrorist attack, not the date, or prevent the deaths of 3 specific people of my choice?
Okay. Again, I'm going to be positive. Chris, you are one of the most moral people I know. And I feel like you would say something like, I'm going to prevent 9/11 because that impacts not only 3,000 people, but all their families. So I'm going to say Chris prevents 9/11. That's my guess. General population. The question is, that's tough because I feel like it's going to be a pretty close divide. And also, I just want to be clear, this does not necessarily, these lists aren't necessarily specific to the US either, correct? Mm-hmm. So, True. I'm assuming it's mostly US based people, but you know what, Chris? I think people, I'm not saying this is a negative, but I think people, how do I say this without sounding really negative? 3,000 people died, which was horribly sad. But I think it's been long enough to where people would pick, the general population is going to pick 3 individual people because 9/11 was a long time ago, 19 years ago now. So I think Chris would pick 9/11, population picks isn't that face melting? I remember watching that. It was, my gosh. Yeah. Okay, so
yeah,
Chris,
I was in band class.
Yeah,
I remember Masters announcing it. Yeah.
Yep, I was in like a social studies class or something. Yeah. So that's my final answer.
Well, you're right on one count, and make me feel like a little bit of a monster. But
no.
Me and the public would both choose 3 specific people. It was close though, 49% to 51%, like as close as it can get without being tied.
Got it.
Yeah.
Very good. No, hey, I don't judge you at all. Not at all.
The way I figure, you do a little research, and maybe you can save more than 3,000 lives by saving the right lives.
I didn't think about that, and I think that's actually a really good point. Like, what if Abraham Lincoln wasn't assassinated, or whatever? Insert famous, amazing person who saved lots of lives. That is a great point. So I got 1.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that puts you at 6 points.
Yes. So the conclusion of our brand new, sort of hybrid brand new Would You Rather, I got 6 out of 10. Chris got 4 out of 10. So that puts us at a tie. 4 segments so far. If y'all appreciated that segment, please let us know in the chat. Please fill out our survey and let us know. Chris, I had a blast. That was fun.
Yeah, that was definitely better than the first time we played the Would You Rather.
Yes.
I'm going to just go ahead and put that link in the chat so y'all can see it. It is bit.ly/AnswerBS. Capital A, capital B, capital S.
I love it.
Capitalization is important.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, on to our third segment. This is the famous, the one and only, the incomparable Spot the Fake Quotes.
Love this segment.
Oh, yeah. This is the segment where we each choose, the way we've been doing it is we choose a intellectual property 3 quotes from that property, and we make up fake sleeper agent quotes to try to throw the other person off, and our opponent has to guess which one the real one is. Whoever gets the most right takes the segment. Simple enough. So
I predict Chris wins.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
The property that I have chosen for you to guess from is Men in Black.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, specifically Agent K quotes because
Agent
Tommy
K.
Lee Jones.
Oh, what a legend, man! What a legend.
Yeah. All right, so your first quote. These are, go figure. All 3 of my quotes are in response to something Will Smith, Agent J, has said.
Of course.
They hang out the whole movie, so that makes sense.
Okay.
So Jay says, "Why the big secret? People are smart. They can handle it." In reference to the Men in Black organization. So does K reply, "A person is smart. People are scared, primitive idiots, and you know it. 5,000 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of everything. 2,000 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat. And 20 minutes ago, you knew that we are alone in the galaxy. Imagine what you'll know tomorrow."
Deep.
Or did he say, "A person is smart. People are reckless, violent morons, and you know it. 3,000 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the galaxy. 700 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat. And 30 minutes ago, you knew that people were alone in the universe. Imagine what you'll know tomorrow."
Okay.
Or, "A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it. 1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat. And 15 minutes ago, you knew that humans were alone on this planet. Imagine what you'll know tomorrow."
Okay, so those of you that have watched this show, the way that I perform the best in this segment is by going with my gut. My gut is telling me A. I really liked the way that A sounded. However, if you're curious, there's some scientific proof that when you're in a quiz type scenario, people tend to lean towards what they hear first. But I really do think it was the first one. That one rolled off the tongue nicely. So either you're really good at sounding like Agent K or that is Agent K. Final answer.
Man, I wish that I was good at sounding like Agent K. No, it was C.
Now, see, that was the one I was like, that's not it. Okay, strike one.
Yep, people are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals.
Huh, okay.
So
right.
In this segment, we go back and forth. So if you'd like to hit me with your best shot, what you got?
Yes, so the IP that I chose is the TV series Firefly / movie called Serenity. If any of you have not seen both of those and then are fans of sci-fi, you should go watch them immediately. They are some of the best ever. More specifically, I'm choosing quotes from Captain Malcolm Mal Reynolds. And I go back and forth between whether it's from the movie Serenity or from the show Firefly. And I didn't give too much context here because the quotes are just kind of fitting by themselves. So just put yourself in the mindset you're hearing Captain Mal say these things. Okay. So here's the first quote.
Okay.
"Come a day, there won't be room for mischievous men like us to slip about at all. This job hits the fan, there well may not be another. So here is us on this poorly kept edge of a cliff. Don't force me, and I won't force you." Did he say, "Come a day, there won't be room for naughty men like us to slip about at all. This job goes south, there well may not be another. So here is us on the raggedy edge. Don't push me, and I won't push you"? Or did he say, "Come a day, there won't be room for disorderly men like us to slip about at all. This job goes down the tubes, there well may not be another. So here is us on the tattered edge. Don't shove me, and I won't shove you"? Very Mal sounding.
Very well. The writing on that show, taken out of context, it can sound very disjointed and weird. but that was part of the beauty of it, was the way the dialogue worked.
I always liked the humor in it. I
Yeah.
found a lot of joy in the humor.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm sort of torn between B and C, but it's been a while since I've watched Firefly. You said this was Firefly, right?
No, this is from Serenity.
This was Serenity?
Forgive me. Yes,
Okay.
this is from Serenity.
Well, I watched that yesterday. No, it's been a while since I've seen that as well. I like the sound of disorderly men like us on the tattered edge. That sounds very space opera, westerny, Firefly, Serenity. I think it's C. Final answer.
That is incorrect. It was B. Naughty Men, Raggedy Edge.
Naughty men. Oh well.
We're both 0 for
Good
0.
job. Good job.
All right, hit me with some more Agent K. I'm ready.
All right.
Some Agent K, man.
All right. So Jay says this is as he's being recruited to the organization. A lot of this, they're all from similar areas of the movie because the K exposition is some of the best dialogue from the movie. So Jay says, "Before y'all go beaming me up, there's one thing you got to remember. You chose me, so you recognize the skills. So I don't want nobody calling me son or kid or sport or nothing like that. Cool?"
That sounds like so Agent K.
And then K replies, "Cool, whatever you say, champ. But I need to clue you in about all your skills. As of right now, they mean precisely bupkis."
Butt kiss?
Bupkis.
Okay, I was like, what?
Or does he say, "Cool, whatever you say, tiger. But I need to set you straight about all of your skills. As of right now, they mean precisely nada." Or does he say, "Cool, whatever you say, slick. But I need to tell you something about all your skills. As of right now, they mean precisely dick."
It was, what was it? Something, nada, dick, and what was the other one?
Bupkis.
Bupkis. I think it's nada. I can just picture Agent K going, nada.
So B?
Yes. B. Final answer.
Do my faces help? Nope. Sorry.
They help entertain the audience, I'm sure. So 0 for 2. All right, Agent K, You're stumping me. They all sound like Agent K. Gosh darn it.
It was C. Whatever you say, slick.
Okay. So just real quick, whenever I think of Men in Black, one of my all-time favorite scenes that I will never forget is the locker inside the locker inside of the locker inside of the locker. And that is just such a cool concept when you think about interdimensional stuff. Anyways, just had to say it. Okay,
Also,
so quote number 2 for you from, this time it's from Firefly, but it's still Captain Mal Reynolds. And this is a shorter quote and slightly offensive to some, so prepare yourselves like we mentioned at the beginning of the show. Did Captain Mal say, "You can't open the book of my life and write a new chapter. Like a woman, I'm a conundrum"? Did he say, "You can't open the book of my life and jump in the middle. Like a woman, I'm a mystery"? Or did he say, "You can't open the book of my life and cannonball into the pool of my mind. Like a woman, I'm a charade"?
Cannonball into the pool of my mind. That's beautiful.
All of those are very Mal ish.
I think I think A, you can't write a new chapter, and I am a conundrum. A woman is a conundrum in Mal's mind. A, final answer.
That is incorrect. It was jump in the middle and I'm a mystery.
Ooh, well, Okay.
We're off to a
This
good
is
start, Chris.
strong segment for both of us.
Hey, Agent K, I gotta bring this in.
You mean this has got to be 0-all, right?
Yes.
Okay, so your final Agent K quote. Jay says, in reference to the Men in Black organization, so who pays for all of this? And K's answer is, we hold patents on a few trinkets we confiscated from tourists. Vacuum cleaners, black lights, hemp. This is a fascinating little gadget. It'll replace CDs soon. Guess I'll have to buy Purple Rain again. Or does he say, we hold patents on a few gadgets we confiscated from the visitors. Velcro, microwave ovens, liposuction. This is a fascinating little gadget. It'll replace CDs soon. Guess I'll have to buy the White Album again. Or does he say, we hold patents on a few doodads we confiscated from the outsiders. Cell phones, barcodes, KFC's secret blend. This is a fascinating little gadget. It'll replace CDs soon. Guess I'll have to buy Born in the USA again.
KFC. You're too good at this, Chris. They all just sound like him. I genuinely have no idea. I don't think it's the KFC one, but at the same time, it's so ridiculous that I feel like I would have remembered that, but I liked A.
Did you like A enough to answer A?
I did.
Well, I'm glad that I can entertain you so well because that was another one of mine.
Very good.
It was B.
Okay.
You're right, it wasn't KFC, so.
I knew that one was a little off. Big fat 0 for me on this segment. All right, Chris, it all comes down to this. If you get this one right, you take all the gold. All right, so
JJ had it in chat, by the way.
Yes. And JJ is also significantly more intelligent than me, so that makes sense. Okay. We are back to Captain Mal Reynolds, and this is a quote from Serenity.
Okay.
Did he say, "This is the captain. There's a little problem with our entry sequence, so we may experience slight turbulence and then explode." Did he say, "This is the skipper. There's a little problem with our entry sequence, so we might experience slight confusion and then collapse into a black hole"? Or did he say, "This is the boss of the ship. There's a little problem with our entry sequence, so we may experience slight bowel movements and then burst into a blaze of fire"?
Oh. Well, the line honestly sounds familiar, and I'm resonating pretty strongly with A. We may experience some turbulence and explode, but I wouldn't be entirely surprised if it was something as goofy and ridiculous as bowel movements and then burst into fire. But I think I'm going to answer A. Final answer.
For all the marbles, that is correct.
Aha,
very good.
Hey. Well, we got
Very
a
good.
point.
Boom.
All right. Well, that was a low-scoring segment for sure, but I guess I took it. So that puts us at 2-1 so far for the show. 2 segments to go, and heading into our next fan favorite segment, Jake.
Yes. We are going to transition really quick to the unanimous fan favorite, the quick 2-minute break segment where we go relieve ourselves, become new humans. Please stick around, y'all. I know it's tempting to shut the phone off or turn the computer off. We would really appreciate it if you would hang around. Just to tease you, we are going to jump into the audio reversal segment, which is a classic. And we're super excited to show you guys what we have this week. This week, we are going to be doing robots to keep with the technology theme. So with that, hang around. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. We will see you shortly. And in the meantime, watch this awesome animation. And we are back. Thank you for holding on. We appreciate y'all enjoying your favorite segment there, the break segment. As Chris mentioned, As Chris mentioned, we have 2 seconds left. Chris, I'll let you go ahead and take it away.
Absolutely. So like Jake mentioned before the break, our next segment is audio reversal. That's the game where we take audio clips from whatever, reverse them, and try to guess what the original content was based on the reverse content. It's pretty fun. We've had a blast doing it every time so far, and this week our theme is robots. Loosely
Yes,
robots.
loosely.
Robots, AI, computer voices. Yeah.
Noises.
Yeah. But generally robots from movies and TV. So, if you would like to play my first clue, this is HAL 9000 from 2001: A Space Odyssey.
All right, and here is the noise / quote in reverse. Let me pause the music here. And actually, before I play it, let me make sure you can hear it as well, Chris. Sorry, okay. I should have done this first. Stand by. I promise we know what we're doing or not.
I mean, we don't know what we're doing, but we know what we're doing.
I can pretend like I know what I'm doing, just like I pretend to live a happy life.
Yeah, we know that we're pretending that we know what we're doing.
Okay, coming up. Here we go. All right, Chris, you will be able to hear now.
Cool.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to turn it up and play it again. Can I take a third one?
Absolutely.
Can you hear that all right?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay. No, it's I think the only thing I'll notice is I hear that s noise at the end, which makes me think it might be something that starts with an S. I don't know. So hit me with my options, sir.
Okay. So this is HAL 9000, the AI from 2001: A Space Odyssey. Is he saying, "Look, Dave, I can see you're really upset about this," or "It can only be attributable to human error," or "Just what do you think you're doing, Dave?" Or, "I am putting myself to the fullest possible use"?
Wow. Can I hear it one more time? Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Huh. This one's tough, Chris. I feel like normally I have a decent idea.
Hearing it now and hearing it back, I'm like, this is kind of tough.
These are all about the same length because I usually use length and like key sounds and stuff, and I'm having a really hard time. Wow. One more time. I don't know if there's a limit to how many times, but
just the limit of. It's just what our audience is willing to put up with.
I think it's HAL 9000 saying, "I'm putting myself to the fullest possible use." I think that's what it is because I think that. That's my best guess. D. Final answer.
All right. Well, you want to play it forward, and let's find out if you're right.
Here we go.
Just what do you think you're doing, Dave?
Dang it! Not even close. Okay. Shoot.
Just what do you think you're doing, Dave?
Very good.
If I remember correctly, that's as he's being... Well, I won't spoil the movie. I know we said we can spoil it, but I won't spoil the movie.
All right, Chris, we'll move on to your first audio reversal.
Mm-hmm.
This one is so easy, you get no hints.
Okay.
Here it is in reverse. JJ, if you don't know this one, I disown you. Here it is again. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. Do you want a third?
Yeah, sure. It's just so nice to listen to.
Yeah, I like hearing. The third is like concrete's in your brain. Okay, so your options for that thing of beauty is Was that Cortana from the Halo series saying, I am your shield? Was it Optimus Prime from Transformers saying, my name is Optimus Prime? Was it Bumblebee from Transformers? People can be terrible about things they don't understand. Or was it the M3B9 Gunter from Lost in Space saying, danger, Will Robinson? JJ says, though verily I nom nom. Would you like to hear it again, my friend? Or you're pretty confident?
I'm pretty confident. My gut reaction, I definitely heard it, and I thought, this is definitely Cortana saying, I am your shield. but upon hearing the options, I think this is Optimus Prime saying, my name is Optimus Prime.
Let's find out if that's right.
My name is Optimus Prime.
Love it. Classic.
Oh.
You know, he's, what's his name? Colin? I think that's his last name. He's like getting up there, man. He's like 79, 80 years old, which is scary business. The voice of my childhood is getting old.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's always so sad to see your youth get old.
Yeah.
That's okay. One day we will be other people's youths getting old.
That's exactly right. Okay.
So, your second clue. This one is Alpha 5, the incredibly obnoxious assistant robot from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I don't know if you ever watched Power Rangers as a kid.
I was watching Batman and Spider-Man, but...
that's all right. He sounds a little bit like Invader Zim, I guess.
Okay.
Very...
I like that impression. Okay. So
if you want to play the clip.
Yes, here we go. That actually sounds like SpongeBob to me.
Does sound a little SpongeBob-y. Yeah. What?
Yeah. All right, third time. All right, what are my options?
I tried to cut out as much of the background as I could, but... Okay, so is he saying, whoa, what's going on? Or, who cares what you're detecting, you big floating head? Or, ay. Or, no, not that. Not teenagers.
Okay, so this one, I think I know just purely from a rhythmic standpoint. It sounds like, no, not that, not teenagers, because you kind of hear that, yeah. I'm fairly confident. I don't think I need to hear it again. It would be pretty funny if it was, ay.
That is his catchphrase. Ay. Are you saying D?
I will go with D. Let's hear it.
No, not that, not teenagers.
True statement,
absolutely right. That's first episode. Zordon saying, "Get me 5 human youths with attitude."
JJ says, El Kiro Taco Bell. Botched situation, trivia, fun fact. The very first audio reversal segment and the very first audio reversal question was El Kiro Taco Bell in reverse. Okay, Chris, let's jump to your second audio reversal. Also robots. I think this one will be a little bit tougher. All right?
Okay.
Here we go.
It sounded like it sounds like the brain from Pinky and the Brain.
It does. Robot brain. I'm sorry, I played it over top of you. Would you like to hear it?
Very good. Oh yeah, one more.
I love this game. Okay. So
right.
Your options are: was it Bender from the Futurama series saying, "I'm so embarrassed, I wish everyone else was dead"? Was it RoboCop saying, "Dead or alive, you are coming with me"? Was it Johnny Five from Short Circuit 2 saying, "How do I feel? I feel alive? Or was it Terminator saying, come with me if you want to live?
Okay. This one is a little harder.
Would you like to hear it again?
One more. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You can definitely sometimes recognize voices, and I think I would recognize Bender if I heard him. I don't think it's Bender from Futurama.
Okay.
And honestly, I don't think it's Arnold either. It doesn't sound like come with me if you want to live.
Get into the chopper.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
between
we're-
RoboCop and Johnny Five, this I think I'm just gonna play you because I think you'd be a lot more likely to pick a RoboCop quote than a Short Circuit 2 quote.
Okay.
So
wanna hear
I think yeah, B, Dead or Alive, you're coming with me.
All right. Here's what it actually was.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Very good. Very good. Very good reasoning, Chris. That's exactly
That's
right.
It's so funny that backwards RoboCop sounds like the brain. It sounds like the same thing we do every night, Pinky.
Trying to take over the world. I love it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, beautiful.
See, this is why I love audio engineering, man. It's so fascinating what sound does. Anyways, okay. So,
All right, so
go ahead.
your third clue, this one is from Ultron, from Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Okay,
That is your clue.
here we go. What? Eat bombs. One more time. All right, what are my options?
Your options are A, there's only one path to peace, your extinction.
What a
B.
line.
B, I've come to save the world, but also, yeah. C, people create smaller people, children. Or D, down in the real world, we're faced with ugly choices.
Can I hear it one more time?
Absolutely.
Okay, so it could be my brain just like filling in gaps after hearing the options, but I could swear I hear the word people. Come to save the world, but also, yeah, there is a lot of P's and path to peace. So I guess I'm between A and C. There's only one path to peace here, extinction, which there's a nice little pause there, which clearly this has some pauses, where it's people create smaller people, children. I don't know, Chris. I swear I hear the word people. So I'm going to go with C, people create smaller people, children.
All right, let's hear it.
People create smaller people. Children.
Oh,
What a line. I feel like I keep saying that, but what a line.
Rob California was a great choice for Ultron.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So your third question here, sir, also a robot. You don't get any hints. Sorry.
That's all right.
Okay, here we go again. Too easy. All right. Here are your options. Is it A, Robot Bob from SpongeBob saying, response, why don't you ask me later? Is it Data from Star Trek saying, I would gladly risk feeling bad at times if it also meant that I could taste my dessert? Was it Jarvis from Iron Man saying, "All wrapped up here, sir. Will there be anything else?" Or was it C-3PO from Star Wars saying, "Sir, it's quite possible this asteroid is not entirely stable"?
Robot Bob backwards sounds an awful lot like SpongeBob still.
Yes, it does.
I think it's A.
Let's
Robot
find
Bob.
out. Let's find out.
Response, why don't you ask me later?
What a great scene that was. Very good, sir. You are correct again. You are knocking these all out of the park. Very good.
All right. So your fourth question.
Mm-hmm.
This one is the Iron Giant from the movie The Iron Giant. It's a great movie.
It's been a long time since I've seen it, but yeah. All right, here we go. What? Sounds like Groot.
Oh, it's Vin Diesel.
It literally sounds like Groot. That's crazy. Okay, I gotta pay attention. Okay, what are my options?
Is he saying, "I am not a gun"? Or B, "I go, you stay"? C, "Souls don't die"? Or D, "No following"?
Okay, let me hear it again. Nah, nut. Nah, nut. Nah. That's what I hear. Okay. I am not a gun. I go, you stay. Souls don't die or not following. I don't know, Chris. Okay, so I'm just gonna go with what my heart's saying. I think he's saying I'm not a gun. Because I am hearing a lot of this nyat, none, and nyat, none type sound, and I feel like that's got the most I am not, nyat, you know what I mean? Yeah, maybe.
A few ends in there. Okay.
Let's see if that's right.
I am not a gun.
Yeah!
You
Every
got
once
it.
in a while. Very good. Woo!
Oh,
All right, Chris, can you keep the streak alive?
we'll see.
Again, no hint on this one. This one, I will say, is a bit more difficult.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Here you go. Here we go again. Would you like it a third time?
Yeah, one more, please.
Okay.
So clearly this is nonverbal.
Well, it's robot communication.
Yeah, all right.
So your options are, is it A, R2-D2 from Star Wars, noises? Is it Wall-E from the Wall-E movie, noises? Is it Dog from Half-Life 2, noises? Or is it Wheatley from Portal 2, noises?
Does Wheatley make a lot of noises?
He does make some.
Okay. Can you play one more for me?
Yeah, of course. Howard Dean's speech. I agree.
Man. Honestly, that sounds... if you hadn't given me clues, I don't know if I would have been able to guess that it was dog specifically. But even backwards, that is some of the Half-Lifeiest sounding Half-Life noises I've ever heard. That sort of like muted synth, like whoop whoop. That is C Dog from Half-Life 2.
Let's find out. If you're curious, that's the first scene where Alex introduces you to Dog for the first time, and you play catch. And those are a combination of the noises that it says back to Alex when she's conversing with him, and then also him running around. Right. I'm not a Half-Life fan or anything. It's been in like every segment of every episode.
Just coincidence.
Yeah, it's just coincidence. Excellent, sir.
All right. Okay, well, your final clue for this segment. I'm so sad that it's almost over.
JJ says, did you assume Dog's gender? Yes, he is a robot, therefore I'm going to go with it.
I'm pretty sure they refer to him as he in the game.
Okay.
I
don't want to offend anyone, that is for sure. But admittedly, I didn't realize robots had gender.
No one has gender. Gender is a social construct.
Oh, okay. Thanks for clarifying.
So, your last clue. This is Starscream, Megatron's number 2, from the Transformers animated series.
Oh, awesome. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go again. This is what it sounds like when I sing. Okay, what are my options?
Oh, I love Starscream.
It's so great. Oh my gosh.
I'm not even going to try his voice, though. Is he saying, it's time for action, not words? Or B, flattery will get you flattened, vermin? Or C, I'm stupid.
Okay.
Or D, faster, you malingering peasants.
I really like the line, flattery will get you flattened, vermin. If someone ever compliments me, that's going to be my response. JJ mentions, hands down, the best Decepticon. Hard to argue with that. Okay, I want to hear this one more time. Oh, boy. Okay. I don't think it's I'm stupid, because he's clearly saying, at least to my ear, like more of a phrase. The flattery will get you flattened, vermin, I think is out, because I think I would have recognized the flattery word and flattened, but I'm not really hearing that. I'm hearing some F's. The only one that has F is faster, you malingering. Am I saying that right?
Malingering?
Malingering peasants. Oh my goodness. Or it's time for action, not words. I'm going to go with D. Final answer. Let's find out.
Let's hear it.
I'm stupid. Oh no. I am stupid. Everyone. I'm stupid.
Oh.
Hi, my name is Jake, and I'm... It does not sound like that reversed at all. At all.
It's such a good clip. Little context. That's right after Megatron says, you're either a traitor or you're stupid.
Well, I wake up in the morning and that's what I say. So... Well,
I'm stupid.
That's exactly right. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I got 3 of 5. Yeah, that's moderately okay. You've already won the round, Chris. But
I still want to hear the last one.
We'll still do the last one. All right. Your last audio reversal. Here we go. Okay, here we go again.
Okay. All right, what are my options?
Your options are, is it Wheatley from Portal 2 saying, "You are sticking these cores on? It's only making me stronger, love." Is it Cortana from Halo saying, "Could you sacrifice me to complete your mission? Could you watch me die?" Is it Marvin from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy saying, "You think you've got problems? What are you supposed to do if you're a manically depressed robot?" Or is it Iron Giant saying, "The Iron Giant, you stay, I go, no following"?
Okay. You want to play it one more time? Alan Rickman is apparently another one of those actors who sounds the same backwards and forwards.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
You think you've got problems? What are you supposed to do if you are a manically depressed robot?
One of the best robots ever, I must say.
Mm-hmm. And really a good choice for his voice actor.
Absolutely.
Oh, boy.
5 for 5, Chris. Knocked it out of the park. Very good. You took the segment. That puts you up 3-1, which means you've already won the episode, but we will finish it out anyways.
All right. Well, hey, that was fun still, though. Oh, I love that segment so much. I could listen to Backwards Robots all night.
I could.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Chris. I did a summary for you.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay, so we're going to move on to segment number 5. This is going to be our last segment of the night. Thank you, everyone who's hung out with us. This is going to be our Lost in Translation segment. Many of you already know how this works, but for those of you that don't, basically what this is Chris and I will make up random phrases, can be very open-ended, whatever we want. We put it through translations, 10 different languages, and we spit it out and see what it is. And the other person tries to guess what the original phrase was from multiple choice. And this week's theme is time travel / sci-fi to fit in with our robots and innovation technology. Cool. You ready to jump in?
I'm ready.
Okay. Let me play some music again. There we go. All right, Chris. So I put your translation through 10 languages. They are Finnish, Greek, Hebrew, Vietnamese, Thai, Polish, Norwegian, Welsh, Russian, and Chinese in that order. Back to English.
All right.
So your first phrase came out after the translations as "leave no residue." Was the original phrase "clean it up, without a trace, nothing is seen," or "spend it all"?
Okay, let's see.
Leave
I
no
can get back
residue.
through Chinese, Welsh, Russian, but there I lose the train.
Start to lose track after that.
Yeah. Leave no residue.
Mm-hmm.
Clean it up without a trace. Nothing is seen. Spend it all. I feel like one of these is probably a reference to something that I'm just not getting. And I don't know what it is. Leave no residue. I don't think it's nothing is seen. I don't think that would work that way. Clean it up. Leave no residue. Without a trace. Leave no residue. Spend it all. Clean it up and without a trace both sound like strong contenders, but in this game that doesn't always mean anything. And I kind
love
of
that
like
that's the way it is.
I like the sort of tangential relation of spend it all. It's not leaving no residue, but it is using all of something up, so it's not there anymore. I could see how that could work. I'm going to say D, spend it all.
That is incorrect. The correct answer was without a trace. And just to give you a little bit of reference, I picked sci-fi / time travel themes. And this is actually a quote from the Chrono Legionnaire in Red Alert 2, who is a time travel space marine, basically. And when he would travel between time and dimensions, he would say, without a trace, and then he would disappear. But that was a tough one. That was a tough one.
Hey, that's the nature of the game, baby.
You already won, so it doesn't matter.
Can you feel my confidence?
Yes. Dude, man, some of the voice lines in Red Alert 2, Scorched Earth. It's just so good.
That's great how those stick with you, 20 years later, and it's still like, yes,
I will never forget.
Perfect clarity. For me,
Transcript
it's the
reporting.
priests from Age of Empires who were like, oh no.
Oh, man.
Oh. Okay, so your first random phrase for me. For those interested, I actually did switch up my translations this time. I haven't been doing that so far, but this time I translated through Hausa, Turkmen, Maori, Somali, Frisian, Korean, Kyrgyz, Galician, Javanese, and Bulgarian.
Say that 10 times fast.
So those are your languages, and your final translated phrase through 10 languages is, if he knew the world before and after, would he be the current prime minister? So was the original phrase A, a smart fellow could go back and become president? B, I doubt the prime minister knows the difference between past and future. C, before you go, tell the VP to say hi when you get back. Or D, if my past self and my future me meet before they've met, am I presently past my prime?
I don't know why my brain got jumbled up when you said that last one, and when you said prime, all I could think of was prime rib. Okay, so it came out as, if he knew the world before and after, would he be the current prime minister? It's like the phrase is talking about Jesus, and then all of a sudden the prime minister. Okay, so the original phrase, I doubt the prime minister knows the difference between past and future. A smart fellow could go back and become president. Before you go, tell the VP to say hi when I get back. If my past self and future me meet before they've met, and I'm presently past my prime. Okay, so the only one of these contains prime minister in both. If he knew the world before and after, knows the difference between past and future. Presently past my prime, past up. I'm going to go with B. I think it's, I doubt the prime minister knows the difference between past and future. Final answer.
Nope.
Ugh.
Nope.
Setting in concrete my loss.
Yeah. It's if my past self and my future me meet before they met, am I presently past my prime? Yeah.
That's a good one. Well, I can only keep failing, so I'll keep it up. All right. Your second translation, Chris, after going through 10 languages, came out as, quantum particles are suspended in space at a constant height. Was the original phrase, quantum particles are for short, fat losers. Was it, quantum particles in time and space are not always at a constant level? Or was it, quantum particles suspended in space-time at a fixed height? Or quantum particles within space-time are about 10 feet?
Is this from Avengers?
I was going to say, do you want me to just tell you what it's from? I don't think it gives it away.
Sure.
This is actually a quote from the character Elizabeth in BioShock Infinite when she's referring to her quantum leaping.
Okay. Man, every time I see that in my Steam library, I want to play it again.
I literally just started playing it again like last week. It's so good. That's why I came up with this quote when I was working on content.
You should stream it. It's so good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Well, I don't think Elizabeth would call anyone a short, fat loser.
Maybe Booker DeWitt.
I got you, you short, fat loser. Yeah. Quantum particles in time and space are not always at a constant level. Quantum particles suspended in space-time at a fixed height. Quantum particles within space-time are about 10 feet. 10 feet big? 10 feet.
It's an abstract thought.
Yeah, it is abstract. I think none of these make a lot of sense, and I think it's probably not just to me. I think it's probably video game quantum science gobbledygook. But
yes.
I'm feeling C. Quantum particles suspended in space-time at a fixed height.
That is correct. Very good, sir. Very good.
Woohoo! On the board for this one.
Just winning
right.
even more.
Well, your second phrase here has been translated into, he seems to be declaring freedom a violation of the law. So was your original phrase, how dare he outlaw our right to time travel?
I can't wait for a world where that's the thing.
Or is it B, there might be a robot plotting to undermine our American government?
Okay.
Or C,
also relevant in current times.
C, I told you that the Diplodocus was going to steal the Declaration of Independence. Or D, damn it, Steve, you can't just jump back and forth all willy-nilly.
Okay. He seems to be declaring freedom a violation of the law. All right, I'm gonna count out D because it mentions Steve and willy-nilly, which feel like translations typically have a hard name with specific names. Mm-hmm. I really like how dare he outlaw our right to time travel. He seems to be declaring freedom a violation of the law. There might be a robot plotting to undermine our American government. Man, I wonder that every day. I told you that the Diplodocus?
Diplodocus.
Diplodocus?
It's a dinosaur.
Was going to steal the Declaration of Independence. So, declaration and declare, two words kind of go hand in hand. Declaration of Independence tied to freedom and law, maybe? Might a robot plotting to undermine our American government. See, that could also kind of tie to violation of law and freedom, which tend to be associated with Americanisms. But also, how dare you? I'm sorry, Chris. I'm rambling. This is tough. I'm gonna go with B. There might be a robot plotting to undermine our American government. Final answer.
There might be, but no. This was a dinosaur plotting to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Good phrase, but wrong again. All right, Chris. Your third Lost in Translations came out as the train hangs in the air like a brick. Was the original phrase. The ships hung in the sky, much the way that bricks don't. Was it trains fly like a plane and hit like a brick wall? Was it flying ships are kind of like flying brick walls? Or was it the brick hit him like a train falling from the sky?
This is probably a quote from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
You would be probably right.
I'm guessing this is the ships hung in the sky, much the way that bricks
I had
don't.
a feeling you might know this one.
God, I love Douglas Adams.
What a line. Very good. That is correct.
Reminds me of my second favorite. Drink is like getting your brains beat out by a slice of lemon wrapped around a large gold brick.
He has a way with words.
He does. All right. Well, your third phrase here, after 10 translations, ended up as to DeLoreana. My rise is burning.
Okay.
So, was the original phrase, to recharge the DeLorean, we'll need real firepower? Was it, holy smokes, the DeLorean can fly now? Was it, dearest DeLoreana, my heart burns for you? Or was it, jump in the DeLorean, my baguette is burnt?
Okay. Hands down, I love jump in the DeLorean, my baguette is burnt, because of the concept of rising, like bread rising, referring to a baguette, and burning and burnt. I don't even care. That's the one I picked just because I like it so much. Final
Well, you're
answer.
right. You're absolutely right.
Okay, so the key to me doing well in Lost in Translations is just rapid fire, whatever sounds cool to me. That is a great phrase, Chris. My baguette is burnt. All right, your fourth Lost in Translations came out as time is an illusion, steamed lunch. Was it, when is lunch? Nothing else matters. Was it, likes time travel for lunch again? No one will know. Was it, time is meaningless, lunch on the other hand? Or, time is an illusion, lunchtime doubly so?
See, if you don't want me to catch them, you shouldn't pull quotes from my favorite property of all time. This would be D. Time is an illusion. Lunchtime doubly so.
Yes.
Unless that was a
excellent-
clever plot to throw me off, but
No, that is correct. Another just such an amazing line. I just had to use it, and I was thinking about sci-fi and stuff, and I just kept landing on Douglas Adam quotes, and I was like,
so good.
I can't not use this. That's so good.
All right. Well, your fourth here ended up as, was not happy when my mother offered to kill her this week. Miss you.
Okay, sounds something very motherly.
Yeah. So is the original phrase, A, your mom wasn't joking when she said she'd slap me into next week. What'd I miss? B, your mom's gonna kill us. Quick, go back to last week. C, your mom is a time assassin? Seriously? Or D, your mom bakes a mean cake. I'll be off my feet for weeks after that.
I just like the idea of a time traveling mother. Was not happy when my mother offered to kill her this week. Miss you. Okay, so based on like the sentence structure, your mom wasn't joking when she said she'd slap me into next week. What I miss? That seems to line up. Your mom bakes a mean cake. No, your mom is a time assassin. Seriously. Your mom's gonna kill us. Quick, go back to last week. I'm pretty sure it's A. Your mom wasn't joking when she said she'd slap me into next week. What I missed, just because of the sentence structure.
That's right. You're correct. Yep.
All right.
It was A.
All right, Chris. Your final Lost in Translations for the evening is, this is a small improvement, a jump for a man. Was it A, the key to success is making small changes to each and every man? Was it, doing a few jumping jacks a day makes all the difference in the world? Was it, that's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind? Or was it, small improvements make the man?
Okay. See, now I'm definitely thinking initially it's probably famous phrase, that's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, and it kind of lines up. There's a small part of me that is a little more reserved and is thinking maybe you just set up a bunch of quotes in order to to spike me on the last one.
Am I that smart, Chris? You have to ask yourself. Remember,
you are that
I'm
smart.
stupid.
It's just,
I'm stupid.
I think it's more a matter of, are you that deceitful and manipulative? And I don't think so. I think if there's anyone who's going to lie, cheat, and steal his way to the top, it's probably me.
Well, the universal mother will slap you into last week.
I'm thinking it's probably C. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
That is correct, my friend. Very good.
All right. Well, here's your last one. After 10 translations, it came out as, if you think lasers will surprise farmers, wait for Oculus.
Okay.
Was the original phrase, if you think the peasants were impressed by my laser pointer, just wait until they see the Oculus.
Okay.
Was it, if you think a laser rifle will do the job, I suppose we don't need the orbital cannon.
All right. I suppose.
Was it, if you think I won't show that caveman how to shoot a laser on my Oculus, you're dead wrong? Or was it, if you think a cowboy would be scared of a little old laser, you've got another thing coming. The occult, though, well, that's another story.
Okay. I think you started to get a little easier on me. I am again leaning towards, just because of sentence structure, A. If you think the peasants were impressed by the laser pointer, just wait until they see the Oculus. And also, I could see how going through the translations, maybe the word peasants was turned into farmers. The other ones just are so outlandish. I don't think those are it. So I'm going to go with A.
In my defense, I couldn't think of any ways to work in the word Oculus.
Hey, it's perfect.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, it is A. You're right.
All right.
There
Well,
you go.
Chris, you destroyed me again.
Oh, pish posh. I don't know. That was fun though. I like the future sci-fi theme. What do
That
you
was
all
great.
think? If you like the future sci-fi theme, or if you don't like it, or if you just want to have a forum where you can just send curse words to us for no reason, check out our feedback form at bit.ly/answerbs. That's a capital A and a capital BS. If you'd like, you can also check out our YouTube channel. There we will upload all of our episodes in full, as well as any future clip shows or best ofs or whatever other little tidbits we come up with.
And we do typically post the previous week's video on Sundays, sometime during the day. So if you missed the live showing, it'll be available on Sunday. Please do give us a subscribe and click the little notification so that we can get some subscribers on YouTube as well.
Mm-hmm. That definitely helps us out. Thank you for tuning in and witnessing my crowning as not the screw up.
Very, very much so. You are the victor.
I enjoy not screwing up.
See, that's the problem. I do enjoy screwing up, which is why I tend to lose. So that might be it.
Well, it makes sense, I spend my whole life screwing up, and this is a break for me. You spend your whole life succeeding, so it's a break for you.
I think there's many points in my life that would prove that to be incorrect. All right, Chris. Well, I think that's it from my side.
Yeah, that's it for me too. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. It's been fun.
All right. We'll see you all next week. Take care.
Bye-bye.